imagine that's a kind of a bittersweet game. I mean, you guys must be really proud of the way you rallied back and fought and took a game that looked like you were going to get beat and came back, but obviously not to get it done.
Yeah, we were, even in regionals, we were on that side. We fought back, and we have confidence in our team and our bats, but you're right, it is bittersweet. Being down, 7-2, and coming back and scoring some runs, and being on the other end, and then being on top, and then getting down again. It's definitely a tough loss.
I guess the silver lining is, you guys have proven that when you have your backs to the wall, sometimes you're at your best. So being in an elimination situation here, maybe not as intimidating as it would be otherwise.
Right. I think we perform well under pressure. We have a lot of girls on our team that like that, and it's now or never. So you got to do it. If you don't, you got to learn from it. But yeah, we like playing with pressure, and we'll step up.
Greta, how do you sort of take today's game?
Oh, it was a hard, well-fought battle on both sides. They came out and, we went ahead right away, and then they exploded on us, and we go back and explode on them, and they never went away. So I give them a ton of credit for just continuing to push. This was a day that was not for pitchers, tons of hits in the game. But you know what? In regional and super regional ball, as you move forward, the strike zone gets smaller, and that favors hitters. And I think you saw that today. And we were on the opposite end last week, all weekend. So it's a tough loss, but our kids played really hard. And I think there was a couple things that we could do to do a little bit better job, and that was, they scored some runs directly on some errors that we made. And if we can clean that up, we'll be in good shape tomorrow.
They scored all 13 of their runs with 2 outs. Does that, I imagine, create some frustration and just, you got to find a way to finish an inning, I guess?
You know what? We scored a lot of runs with 2 outs, too.
Almost all of them.
So it was just one of those days where people were just hitting the ball, and it's just, yes, we need to finish plays, but it was a day where balls were finding holes and kids were hitting balls everywhere. So it was tough to find those outs. So I don't necessarily think it's that you got to finish it. It was, holy cow, you just got to find a way to get an out. Today was how it was.
Were you surprised a little bit? I mean, they were kind of more maybe thought of as a small ball team, and yet they're popping home runs. I don't think this was the kind of people expected. Maybe a 1-run game, maybe not 13-12.
Yeah, I don't think people expected the 13-12 game, but again, when you are going into postseason games and the zone becomes smaller, and that favors more of runs being put up on the board, and today was a perfect example of that. So. And we knew that they had some hitters that definitely had some pop, but yeah, they definitely are more just in general a small ball team, and you saw that a little bit too. They got a bunch of infield hits. They got a lot of balls that bounced or balls that we didn't attack, and so we just need to do a little bit better attacking tomorrow.
Any concern with your pitching staff? What do you tell them going forward?
Just keep pitching. I don't necessarily think that I don't think that they pitched poorly today. All I can say is you just keep going back to when zones are smaller at this time of the year, the balls are going to get hit, and we've got 2 really good pitchers, and as long as they can handle coming back tomorrow, we'll come back and we'll put up a fight.